Billy Beebe, 1480 WHBC, here with Antonio Hall, head coach of the Canton McKinley Bulldogs. Coach, thanks for joining us, getting us ready for Saturday.
Good to be here. Yes, sir. Getting excited for it.
All right, so let's start back to the beginning of the season. You guys start 0-4, a little surprising for everybody. What was said in the locker room? What were you communicating with the players to kind of get them back on track?
Nothing out of the ordinary. We just stuck to the process, trusted the process, kept things going in the right direction, and things just eventually fell into place for us.
I think the right direction happened. 5 in a row now.
Mm-hmm.
How different is the team now compared to that 0-4 mark?
Well, I mean, anytime you have success, I tell the guys it could do one of two things. It could breed more success or let complacency set in. And every week it seems like these guys want more success. So they recommit themselves to the standard, recommit themselves to the process, and we try to get better every week.
And you talk about some of the guys on your team. Who are the leaders on this team, and what makes them so great on and off the field?
Well, we have 4 captains. The Fosters, so we have 2 cousins, which is really cool, Brian and Trey Foster. Then we have Garrett McCole and Alvante Ivory, all seniors. A lot of those guys are two-way guys. But the whole senior class, I mean, Sincere McNeil, although he's not a captain, he's a leader in the locker room. And the list goes on and on and on. So the fact that, you know, these seniors were hell-bent to get this season turned in the right direction, recommitted themselves and each other to the program, and we haven't looked back.
All right, we know you're a former player. Let's throw it back. What did your coach do to get you ready for the big game?
Oh, man, I mean, the biggest thing that as a coach you try to do is keep your guys focused on the main thing, and that's Saturday afternoon. Understanding that this is a great rivalry and there's a lot of pageantry and tradition that goes into it, but, you know, we have to worry about our part, and our part is Saturday afternoon. So I think that's the toughest part for any coach in this game.
All right, what's your favorite non-football part of this week?
I always love the Friday afternoon pep rallies. You know, the students get so excited. When I played, I mean, we always used to shave our head balds before coming out, and, you know, we take our hats off, everybody go crazy, then everybody come on the court. It was just nuts. But then I know our coach was like, now we got to get these guys rechanneled and focused to try to have a day before practice after all that chaos. So now the shoe's on the other foot.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, good times for the coach.
All right, let's get into the opponent, Massillon. They took 1 loss at the beginning of the season. Since that, they've been winners. What are we looking at with the Tigers on Saturday?
I mean, I think this is their best team that they've had in Coach Moore's tenure at the helm. Very fast, very physical team, very disciplined team, and they play with attitude. They've knocked off some really good opponents, and they're playing some really good football. So, I mean, across the board, this is a talented bunch.
Getting back into the actual game, that Saturday, what makes the rivalry so special?
Just what it means to each community. You know, the posterity in this thing. I mean, the dads, the grandfathers, the uncles, you name it, the cousins, the older brothers. I mean, this is truly 2 communities coming together to hash it out, and it's been that way for over 100 years. So that's what makes it so special. You're
going to Massillon this year. How does that change the game?
I mean, Massillon's always a tough place to play. You know, that TIG, ERS stuff that they do. I mean, you know, you have to deal with that, contend with that.
A lot of orange, right?
A lot of orange, yeah. But as a player, that's what you get excited for, to go into a hostile crowd, try to silence their crowd, you know, try to impose your will on the road. So as a competitor, I think you look forward to that.
Final question, Coach, as we wrap up here. Somebody hasn't seen the Bulldogs yet. They haven't heard a game. What do you want them to know about this year's team?
Just how physical and how disciplined of a bunch we're becoming. I think these guys have played and stayed together, and I think ultimately that's our success. So just to see our excitement, see our enthusiasm as a collective group, and how physical we try to play, I think those are what we try to hang our hats on.
Antonio Hall, thanks for the time today, and good luck Saturday.
Thank you, sir.